Hi, my name is Anusha. I make videos related to beauty, lifestyle and food. If you are interested in this type of content, please consider subscribing. Also hit the bell icon so that you will get notified whenever I upload. Without further ado, let's get started with today's video. The most common word we are hearing recently these days is pH balanced cleanser. So in this video, let us see what is all this with pH balance, and we'll also find out is it a real thing or it is just a fear mongering. So without further ado, let's get started with today's video. Now let us understand what pH refers to. No, I am not making this a boring class. I'll just take 1 minute to clear this out. pH refers to potential of hydrogen. It is a scale that measures the alkaline or acidic nature of a given product. The scale ranges from 0 to 14, the 7 being neutral, and if we move from 7 towards 0, they include all the acidic range of products, and if we move from 7 to 14, they will include all the alkaline or basic nature of products. So this is a basic terminology related to pH. Now, why pH is important when it comes to skincare products? As we already discussed, as we move from 7 to 14, they cover all the alkaline range of products. So, if we move from 7 to 14, gradually the alkaline nature of the product also increases with increasing number. But the most important thing that we need to observe here is, if we move from 7 to 8, it is not a linear scale. If we move from 7 to 8, the alkaline nature increases by 10 times, and if we move from 8 to 9, the difference between the alkaline nature of 8 and 9 is 10 times. For suppose, if we think a product has a pH of around 8, and if we think a product has a pH of around 10, so the difference is not just 2. We may think the difference between 8 and 10 is 2, but it doesn't work like that in pH scale. The difference becomes 100 times, because the difference between 8 and 9 is 10 times and 9 and 10 is 10 times. So the total difference between 8 and 10 becomes 100 times. A product with pH of 10 is 100 times more alkaline than a product with pH of 8. Because pH is not a linear scale, it will increase 10 folds between each number. I hope I made my point clear till this point. Now, our skin has a pH of somewhere between 4.7 to 5.5. So, our skin's natural pH falls in the acidic pH range, making our skin more compatible with acidic products than the alkaline products. Now, our skin has an acidic mantle, like it is like a protective layer that protects our skin from the external pathogens. This acidic nature will help the good bacteria and yeast that is present on the skin to flourish. So this maintaining of the skin's acidic mantle is very important for the good microbiome to thrive and to prevent the bad microbes to enter into our skin. Now, what's the concern with the pH of the products? At this point, we know that our skin has a particular pH, and the products that we apply on the skin has different pHs ranging from acidic to alkaline. So we are clear till this point. Now the concern comes from point that disturbing this natural pH of the skin can lead to many skin problems such as forming of acne due to entering of external pollutants and irritants. Now let us see whether it is true or not. Products whose pH ranges from 2.5 to 7.5 are considered normally safe to be used on the skin, because the skin can come back to its natural pH within an hour if it is disturbed by a little bit. By a little bit means using products ranges from 2.5 to 7.5. If you disturb the skin out of this range, means more than 7.5 and less than 2.5, it takes more time for our skin to get back to its normal state. So in this time frame, there is a lot scope for the external microbes and irritants to enter into the skin and disturbing the natural microbiome, thereby leading to acne, pimples and the hyperpigmentation that comes along. So if a cleansing product or face wash is something that we do twice a day. So if a face wash has pH of 8 or above, think about it. We are disturbing our skin's acid mantle twice a day, and it will take longer time for our skin to get back natural pH, and then again you are disturbing the pH to a major greater degree, and again skin has to do hard work to get back to its normal state, and again you are disturbing it. So constantly disturbing the skin's natural pH to a greater extent means from 8 and above is considered very alkaline. So if you are doing that constantly, you are unnecessarily disturbing the natural pH of the skin and unnecessarily damaging the natural microbiome that flourishes in the skin's acid mantle. I am actually glad that nowadays brands are coming up with pH balanced cleansers whose pH ranges around 5.5 to 6, which is considered a very good pH. Yeah, when we have options available in the market, then why you should go for some alkaline pH that is constantly disturbing the pH of the skin? I don't see a point in doing that. So I always opt for pH balanced cleansers that are mild on the skin. Now we have some serums and some AHAs, BHAs that works with lower pH levels like around 3.5 and 4. Yes, we have products that have less pH when compared to skin's natural pH, but see, our skin has natural acidic pH and it is more compatible with the acidic pH products. So these acidic pH products will not disturb the skin natural pH like the alkaline products do. In fact, the less acidic products will do better for the skin, but they won't do bad for the skin. pH up to 2.5 is considered safe to be used on the skin, but products that have less than 2.5 pH are considered to be too much acidic and should be avoided. That's why we say avoid lemon juice in your DIYs, because lemon juice has a pH of 2 and is considered very acidic to be used on the skin. This is all with using of acidic pH products and using of alkaline pH products. I hope I have made all the points clear. If I missed out on something, or if you have any queries regarding pH of products in general, please let me know in the comment section. In my next video, I'll be testing pH of 5 cleansers and I'll be giving mini reviews for all the 5 cleansers. So stay tuned. I hope you find this video helpful. In that case, please give this video a thumbs up and please share it with your friends, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. We'll meet you in my next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.